Hey, Matt here from the Mindflow Cycle, and we have put together 10 tips for managing remote teams. And if you currently manage a remote team and have managed a team in an office, then you know the differences are quite significant and can be very challenging managing a remote team. Tip number one is to really set clear expectations and goals. Clarify roles and responsibilities under this one. I mean, it's essential that every team member knows what their specific role is and how it contributes to the bigger picture. Establish clear metrics as well. Set up key performance indicators that really fit into your teams and your organizational objectives. And then just make sure these are easy to measure and review them regularly. Also, communicate deadlines, very important. You have to be clear about the timelines and important project milestones just to keep everyone on the same page. The final point under setting clear goals is to define an availability schedule or availability norms. And this is about just clearly stating working hours and expected response times, and then setting guidelines for communication after hours. The second thing is to prioritize transparent and regular communication. For this, you've got to schedule regular check-ins, times to do huddles. You don't want to waste time with meetings, but regular check-ins can just help keep everybody moving in the same direction, keep all your team members on the same page. They can be quick, they can be 15 minutes. Just stay focused and check in. And then use various communication tools, whether it is Zoom, remote meetings, Teams, Slack. There's a variety of tools out there for messaging, for meeting remotely, for even managing projects in the cloud. So keep communication open. Just make sure the team members know what's going on with your organization or your company, any changes in human resource guidelines, insurance, whatever it may be. Just keep it open, keep those lines open and communicate regularly. And finally, under this one is just to document everything. And tip number 3 is foster team collaboration. And here again, tools are important. Provide collaboration tools. And we mentioned Slack as a communication tool, but it's also a great collaboration tool, or Teams, or whatever you may be using. But provide the necessary tools for your team members who are at a remote distance. Also, encourage knowledge sharing, right? If a team member comes across an important report that may have some impact on an initiative or a project, encourage them to share with other team members. Maybe set up a shared Google site with resources and things that help each individual stay on top of the latest trends. Also, promote cross-department interactions. You have a remote team. Another supervisor may have another remote team. Maybe come together once every other month and talk through and brainstorm or plan together. This type of collaboration just builds a lot of empowerment and morale among the organization. And finally, under this one is to support co-creation. Encourage team members to work on problems, solving problems that the team may be encountering or working on tasks together. This is really important when you're at a remote distance. Again, it just encourages them to check in and be team members. So what you need to do with your remote team is build trust and authority. And the way you do this is, first, trust your team. You hired them. They understand their roles. You're clear about the roles, expectation, and goals. Now get out of the way and let them complete the task and run. And also empower your employees. Give them the freedom to come up with new ideas and solutions. And go back to the first point is trust them. Trust them to get the job done. Also, leverage asynchronous tools, project management tools. We talk about technology a lot. It's extremely important when you're managing a remote team. And also, encourage self-discipline. Allow your team members to manage their schedule, to manage the task and getting things done. Allow them to control their calendar. Number 5 on our list is to ensure team well-being and morale. One of the best ways under this point is to just check in with individual team members, find out how they're doing. Are they under stress? How's their home life? It's that whole life-work balance issue. Understand where your staff stands. Really promote that life-work work balance. Encourage everybody to take breaks and log off after working hours. And then finally, recognize achievements, man. You have to celebrate the team. Let them know when they do a good job. Point number 5 is just to foster inclusivity. Ensure everybody's voice is heard no matter where they're located, and just encourage participation from all team members. But you gotta make sure they're heard. Everybody on the team is important. Point number 6, and we've touched on this, is just provide them with the tools. We can't stress this enough. If you're at a distance and your laptop breaks down or is not working, or you can't communicate, you don't have the project management tools, it becomes very frustrating. And that team member will feel like they are on an island. So provide them appropriate tools. And we're up to number 7. So this one is to focus on results, not hours worked. All right, so just focus on deliverables and productivity. Do not be micromanaging or checking in to see if they're at their desk for 8 hours straight. I know people who can get so much done in less time. In fact, that's what we teach at the Mind Flow Cycle, is to get more done in less time. They don't need 8 hours to do what someone else may take a whole week to do. So give them the freedom. Then also under this one, just make sure everybody understands how success will be measured. I know we talked about creating KPIs, but you got to allow your team members the freedom to reach those goals in really unique and creative ways. Offer them the flexibility, time flexibility, working flexibility. They don't need to clock in at 8 a.m. if no one else is working, or if there's no meetings or clients to meet with. Give them the flexibility. This will improve their productivity. We learned that during the pandemic. Productivity did not go down. If anything, it went up. Number 8, just create opportunities for social interaction, right? They're at a distance, maybe schedule talking about a leadership book or doing yoga on Zoom together as a team, but provide these opportunities to interact. Doing it without being focused on specific work or task can really go a long way in just helping the team members feel, again, like they're not on an island, that they're part of something larger. Tip number 10 is just to provide ongoing professional development. Be a mentor or a coach, or offer that. There are thousands upon thousands of coaches. Maybe that's what your team member needs. Offer that support for them. And also support career growth. Most people don't come into a job wanting to stay in a single position for 30 years. They have ambitions. They want to move up in the organization. Support those goals. You're not losing, you're actually gaining by helping them move up. And encourage learning opportunities. Get a new certification. Encourage your team members to take online courses. Learn about AI. There's just so many things. And when you encourage individuals to learn as a part of your organization, man, they develop some loyalty, and that's a good thing. Hey, if you want to dive in deeper into the tips for managing a remote team, or you have time management or productivity issues, let us know. Follow us at the Mind Flow Cycle. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.